Hi there. I'm Dr. Suzanne Haas-Cunningham. I'm a couple and family therapist, and I'm sitting in my office today where I normally see my clients, individuals, couples, and families who are working together to try to make their lives and their relationships better. It takes a lot of courage to come here. It takes a lot of vulnerability to open up to me and to other people in your family and in your relationships. No doubt. Tough work. So why am I going rogue? Well, the problem is there's all these people doing all this great work towards loving better, and it's not getting out there. I can't even tell you about what happens in this office because of confidentiality. What I do in here is secret. I'm a secret agent for love. So why go rogue? Good question. A couple of weeks ago, I was in the gym and I was on the machine and I looked up, and there on the TV was Jihadi John. And it happened to be the time when they were revealing his identity. So they showed a picture of him with his mask on, and then they showed him as a person, and I looked up there and I said to myself, wow, he looks just like a regular person. He's just one person, and he's done all that destruction and violence. So, I got thinking, I'm just one person, and I'm trying to create more loving relationships. And you know what? Most of the world out there, it seems like we're going in the wrong direction. If I watch the news, if I watch reality shows and TV, it seems like people are going the wrong way. So, what does that mean? It means we need some forces in the other direction. Towards life force, towards growth, towards understanding. So, because I can't tell you about my clients and how they do it, I decided to go rogue. I decided to unveil myself. So here we are, in my office. This is Suzanne Haas-Cunningham. Welcome. So if I were to make my videotape, like Jihadi John and his people have made theirs, or so many other people who want to let you know how to do destruction and violence, this is what I'd say. There are some things I know about destruction and violence. One is that it's rooted in fear, powerlessness, and alienation. I know underneath that destruction is fear, powerlessness, and alienation. People give in to violence. It doesn't come from a place of strength, even though it looks strong. It's a giving in. It's a hopeless thing. It is not to promote humanity. It is to destroy out of a sense of fear, alienation, and hopelessness. It does take energy and passion. And in the middle of when people are feeling destructive and violent, they do get an adrenaline rush. There's no doubt about that. But it's not the kind of power that feeds the spirit. What's the other side? What's the side I'm wanting to go for here? How about just the side of creating life and sustaining life in a positive way? This is not a religious viewpoint. This is a human viewpoint. Humans, I would like you to try better. I would like you to live more positively. I would like you to think about what's the best way we can all live together, instead of how we can blow things up and destroy things. It's going to take energy and passion, just like destruction and violence does. But you can do it. You can do this. And just because you don't see it on the news, or maybe on reality TV, doesn't mean that it isn't happening out there. It's happening 5 or 6 days a week in my office all the time. And this is just one place. And there's many places like this. But people that are doing this work are busy doing it. They're not telling you about it. And it's probably not as entertaining in some ways. So if I could say what I wanted to say, it would probably be something about fear. If I could get fear and wrap my hands around fear's throat, strangle it, wouldn't I be the victor? Wouldn't I have won? No more violence? Well, that would be the wish, right? But that's not going to happen. Let's be realistic. Humans have fear inside. We have to face things that we're afraid of. So the idea is to make friends with it. The idea is to cultivate your life force so that you feel like you can handle what you need to handle. How do you do that? There's lots of ways. But for right now, just exhale out. Way down, deep. Now, naturally, take that breath back in. Do you feel it? There's your life force. You have it. Natural. Coils back up. You feel it? You have it too. You may not be happy. You may not be successful today. You may be hurting, but you do have life force, and you can build on that. So since we've just identified your life force, let's get together and do some work. I have a challenge for you. Can you forgive me? Can you forgive me for not being you? For being different from you? Maybe I'm a different gender or a different nationality. Can you forgive me if my body is not like yours? In skin color? Or in age? Or in gender? Can you forgive me if I speak differently than you do? Or maybe my beliefs are different. Or maybe my delusions are different than yours. I certainly have some, I'm sure. Right? Or what about the parts of me that aren't finished? Can you forgive me those? Can you let me live out loud if I'm different from you? Can you let me share my wisdom that may not be yours? Can you let me try to grow my talents? Can you let me speak out loud without turning away? Listen to me. Wonder about me. Try to understand. I know you're busy. I know you're hurting. I know you have lots to do. But stop for a moment and try to understand me a little bit better. I guess there's another round of this, right? Can I forgive you? Can I forgive you for being different from me? From having a different body, different dreams, different beliefs, different assumptions, different gender, different race, maybe different sexual orientation. Can I forgive you? Can I forgive you if you're not open to me? Well, to be honest, I'm not always great at this. Some days I am not good at this at all. But my intention is to try. So here's what I'm willing to do for you. If you're so different from me and you really, really make me annoyed, I will still try my best to listen to you, to be open to your pain and your suffering and the ideas you've come to, the wisdom you've come to. I'll try to understand it. I may not agree with it, but I will try to understand. And maybe we can come to some kind of conclusions about where we mix together, where we do agree. Maybe there are things we do agree about. Wouldn't it be cool if we found those? Humanity, aren't you tired of violation and destruction? Aren't you tired of despair and self-destruction? Aren't you tired of outrage and violence in the world? Maybe it is exciting. Maybe you like to see things blown up in the movies. But I can tell you, it's not pretty on the inside of humans. It's not pretty for anybody going through it, who has to live and deal with what they've experienced through violence and destruction. Can we repair, heal, and grow towards a better way of being? Humans, we can do this. Our fear-based addiction to power over one another and over things is not taking us in the right direction. It's not. We need to go in the direction of growth, love, and understanding. That's where we need to go. Let's get back to wondering. That would be a place to start, just being curious. I wonder what would happen if we were able to sit still for a moment and not be afraid of losing our spot, losing our whatever. Remember this. There is enough time, space, energy, and love for everyone here. There is enough time, space, energy, and love for everyone here. What we are in short supply of is grace for one another. Humans need to learn grace. And what is grace? Grace is being open to others and what they're going through. Grace is allowing other life forms to be here alongside you and letting them live too. Grace is understanding that you are one of many beings on the earth community, and in that understanding you are open to the experience of what the whole is, not just your experience. You are interested in connection, not alienation. This is the antidote to violence and destruction. And we need to go in that direction. So if I was Dr. Suzanne Haas-Cunningham, marriage and family therapist, and I was to write a video like Jihadi John, this is what it would say. It would say, please work harder, humans. Please work harder. Don't give in to violence and destruction. Give yourself to the process of understanding, both being understood yourself and understanding others. I don't doubt that there's a lot of pain out there and there's a lot of healing to be done. Absolutely. I don't deny that people have been oppressed and hurt. I see it every day. And we can live better than this. We don't have to violate and destroy ourselves, others, our dreams, and the people we love, and the earth around us. We don't have to. We can do different. So if you're going to join with me on the rogue therapist journey, I would just ask you two things. One would be, after you get done listening to this, that you go out and be graceful towards yourself today. When you start feeling self-critical and really getting on yourself, say, you know what? I wonder what's really going on in there. Are you okay? Have some grace for yourself. And once you've done that, it might be more possible for you to have grace for someone else. Maybe someone in your family who's particularly annoying right now. Or maybe someone in your neighborhood who you don't really know very well. Or it could be somebody that you do know very well. And you just don't get where they're coming from. Grace, curiosity, wonder, let them in. Those are the two things I'm asking. So I did just start another email address. It's rogueforgrace@gmail.com. I just opened this email yesterday. If you go out there and you do something really graceful, send me an email. Tell me about it. I'm really waiting here to hear from it. So that's the only thing. And just one more thing. I have two sons, and one of my sons said, Mom, I think you should get online and tell people the things that you would think that you don't say to your clients. My other son said, Mom, you're an interaction person. You should make a video. 3 is, I promised the group of women at the eating disorder clinic that I work at that I would do this task. So I took the challenge, and here's the video. This is not my comfort zone, right? But I will do it again because I'm a rogue for grace. And this therapist is no longer a secret agent. This therapist is a public agent. So pass the video around. There will be others to follow. Peace to you. Feel it in here. Peace to others. Thank you. Go in grace.